Today we have a Boomeranger rework. It has finally came out. This has been in the works since I think the start of this year actually, or maybe last year? End of last year? I'm not sure. Either way, we have the rework, we have the Boomeranger, we have the gameplay, so you guys can check that out, and then I'll like kind of jump in here and there just to show you guys some cool things. There's quite a bit on the patch notes. I will link that in the description and the comments down below, so if you want to check out all of that, you can. I'm not going to read through all of that because that's kind of boring, but I will through with some of the important stuff. Well, I'll talk about like the main stuff that's going on here. So as you can see, we have a new sigil. We have the new mastery sigil. This is a lot better. I think we got enough complaints where we got a new change. I'll actually put up a screenshot of like what to expect for the mastery and the powering sigils. They are actually really nice. So the new 50k PR, I don't know when that will be obtainable, but maybe at some point we're gonna get like, I don't know, crystal plus gems, I don't know, something ridiculous. I don't want there to be any more content. I'm like just hardly catching up. Anyway, you guys aren't here for all this randomness. We're gonna talk about Boomeranger and everything else to go with this. So with Boomeranger, he is pretty OP, and when I say OP, he's pretty much up there with Solarion. Maybe not as good. Actually, I have no idea. He might be just as good, might be better, might be a little bit worse, but just know that he's gonna be a top tier DPS class. So if you main Boomeranger and you just didn't like the damage he was doing, well, he's gonna get a little bit more. And if you want to decide on what to use for bow or melee, I would say go for melee, because it looks like all of the stuff for bow revolves around knockback and all that stuff. You probably don't want to deal with that, especially if you're not one-shotting. And I'm not 100% certain that one does more damage than the other. I can do all of that testing stuff for today and like throughout the week, and then let you guys know in the future video. I prefer the melee, so that's just what I'm gonna go with. I don't want to deal with annoying knockback. And there's also a little bit of changes to the abilities. So right now I have the bow. So I have a boomerang here. As you can see, I can throw it and it kind of just doesn't really come back to me. But if I'm like moving away, it's kind of hard to do that, but you can kind of see the idea. Now I'm gonna go to my Neon Ninja, take his melee, and put that onto my Boomeranger. So we do that. I have wait, what is this? I don't remember this weapon style. Alright, I have this magic wand here, and as you can see, I create like a little tornado. Dude, this thing is sick. Look at the VFX for this. This is insane. I'm creating a little tornado near me, and if I use my M2 ability, it's on cooldown now, but I'm pretty sure that pulls in the enemies. I don't have like a little boomerang now. These are little bombs, as you can see. With the bow, you pretty much throw a giant bomb. These are just little ones. I don't really understand the significance. I thought it would have to do something with stun, but I think it just deals damage. And then the ultimate's pretty much the same. Just throw, you know, it's a random effect. As you can see, a giant pumpkin just came out of the sky. You can also get some random effects. Like you can get Solarion's bird and stuff. Like there's some wild things you can get with that. But it's pretty much a random effect. And if you're not sure about how much damage this character does, even though you can clearly see me farming, just know that Solarion right now is like the top DPS class right now. It does a lot of damage. If I go into U11 with my Solarion, I can just press Q because, you know, my energy will regenerate, and then I can just one-shot things. Shadowhunter can kind of do that if you have like all of the arrows on your head and then press Q and then right click. Or if you're on console, I don't know what kind of click that is. You can, I think, almost one-shot, not everything, but you know, you're pretty close, pretty much up there. Whereas Boomeranger, he's gonna be competing with all those top dogs and maybe even be a little bit better. So I will do some more testing with that later. I'll let you guys know, but just know that he's gonna be pretty darn good. Now personally, I don't really like this character, but I might have to start using him if he's actually that good. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the Boomeranger talk. I'm just gonna jump into the next thing in here. So if we take a look at the chaos crafting bench, so this is what we have here, a chaotic combinator, and we have, you know, the usual chaos crafter, but it's not the chaos core crafting bench anymore. So it's split into two. If you do open this, it's still pretty laggy to open, so it takes a little bit. And if you're on console, I do apologize, but it's probably gonna lag your game out for like a second or two. But anyway, it's like categorized now, which is really nice. So everything mastery related with like mounts, allies, auras, like everything, that's all in here now. So this is pretty cool, which they should have done this to begin with. I don't know why they didn't, but you know, it's here now. So if you're trying to find a specific thing, like mounts give you more mastery than the allies. So if that's something you want to go for, you can. And obviously the costumes will give you some more mastery. We got some auras. Anyway, so yeah, that's that stuff. You know what that is. We go to this thing, Chaotic Combinator. So we have all of the classes here and the costumes to go with those classes. This makes a lot more sense with the bench. This is a lot nicer. Light and Dark Chaos Vaults, I don't know. Maybe that should deserve its own area. but it has chaos in the name, so maybe it should stay. But yeah, either way, costumes, they're a lot more easier to find. You can, you know, you can pick a character and then you can just find the costume for that character if that's the route you want to go with. And if there's a costume that you don't see in here that you want for a specific character, you can now go into the marketplace, which you could always do that. But I just wanted to kind of bring up the topic of 50 mil now. So the limit for listing something on the market was 25 mil. Now you can list something for 50 mil, which is actually insane. And if you don't already know, Lunaclipsia is something that is actually more than 25 mil, which most of you might already know that. And if you don't, then I'm telling you now. And I want to say Lunaclipsia goes somewhere around between, I don't know, 37 to 45 mil. Might have changed, not sure. But you can actually start seeing those on the market, which is nice. Because before, since it, you know, the limit was 25 mil, you would have to join a Trove Discord server and type in trade chat that you want to buy this or want to sell this, and then say for how much, and then you'd have to do like an awkward exchange with somebody. Now you can just use the market because it's up to 50 mil now. The issue with that though is there are Primal Paragon wings. I'm pretty sure that one's like, I don't know, 110 mil. I don't know what it is. Last time I checked it was like 115 mil, something ridiculous like that. Sadly for something like that, you're gonna have to just use Discord trade chats or just trade chat in game. But anyway, anything that's like over 25 mil, now you can actually list on the market, and it makes, you know, transferring Flux from alt accounts to main accounts a lot more easier if that's something you do. And yeah, overall pretty nice stuff. And then a couple little things I want to mention is that they made the chest in the Sunderd Uplands 5-star dungeons, so 5 waves over there. There's like 5 different dungeons, and then the boss, if you do those little dungeons, it's not really a dungeon, just like the area that you have to complete, drops a chest at the end. Those can now drop crystals. It should have done that to begin with, but now you can get crystals from them, so that's pretty nice. And then other little things, there's like a couple new 1-star dungeons they added for topside. Oh, one thing I did want to mention though, the costumes, you're gonna need bardium for some of the costumes, because for bard you need bardium. Just make sure you have some bardium for that. I'm pretty sure on the live servers for PC at least, they are currently gone. There wasn't any last time I checked. Luckily I was able to get some before this even all happened. But yeah, anyway, just thought I should let you guys know. So if you're wondering where all the bardium went, then that's probably why. Then other little things they added, the daily login quests will now give you XP. They added a bunch of new styles. There's like a monkey, a narwhal, like a hat style that you can have now. So just look out for some new styles. And they also changed the tutorial a little bit. I'm not really sure how they did it, and they said it's going to be less confusing, so I don't know. I haven't really made a new account. I don't really want to, but if you're brand new to the game, you can check it out yourself and see if it helps. I'm still gonna always skip them. But anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Drop a like, subscribe if you're brand new to the channel, and just subscribe because, you know, why not? We're getting pretty close to 5k subs, and you know, if we can get that by the end of the year, that would be a massive pog you. So please hit that sub button, drop a like, it helps out a ton. And also I will be getting and any updates I'm gonna be putting out obviously in future videos, so look out for that. And yeah, on that note, I will see you all later.